What's up everyone, this is Kefren, your favorite French Canadian. Welcome to my review of the Beitong Asura 2 Pro Plus NearLink controller. This controller caught my attention for a few standout features. It offers, first of all, a 2000 polling rate in both wired and wireless mode. Claim also a 0% dead zone on its all effect sticks and promise high precision analog input. It's priced at around $90 Canadian, so it's competing in the mid-range tier, but is it worth the price? Let's dive in and find out. So first of all, my impression, I will be honest, when Beitong sent this controller over, I had never heard of the brand. My curiosity was piqued by the specification, but I kept my expectation in check. The packaging and overall presentation were decent, but there were some quirks that made me pause. For instance, the software download wasn't from a trusted storefront like Windows Store or just like a browser software. So you have to download it on their website, and it's a bit sketchy, I will have to say. Physically, the controller has an attractive pearl white finish that reflects light beautifully. It's a unique look that stands out compared to the typical matte or glossy black design we see some often. However, the build isn't perfect. There's a noticeable seam where the upper and lower part of the shelf meet, which feel rough against your hand. Small detail, but it's worth mentioning. I also want to mention the ergonomics of the Beitong Asura 2 Pro Plus, which I really enjoyed. The overall button placement feel natural and well thought through, making it easy to navigate during intense gaming session. I also appreciate the curved back design with its texture finish. It sits comfortably in my hand, providing a solid grip for long periods. The back buttons are well placed and easy to reach, though I wouldn't say they're the best that I've used. For instance, I still prefer the ones on the GameSir Cyclone 2. On the other end, the feeling of the stick when pressing down is excellent. It's smooth and satisfying, adding the overall positive experience with the controller. Now let's talk about features and spec. The Beitong Asura 2 Pro boasts an impressive list of features on paper. 2000 Hz polling rate in both wire and wireless mode via the NearLink dongle. All effect stick with 0% dead zone and a claimed 0.5 ms latency. All effect triggers with 0.1mm sensitivity. A micro switch D-pad with a membrane layer. Mechanical ABXY button for that clicky tactile feedback. And additional back buttons and a 6-axis motion sensor for the switch mode compatibility. The idea here is to offer a controller with cutting-edge stick and button technology tailored for competitive and precision game. So now let's go with my testing and performance. Let's start with the polling rate and the latency. First of all, the 2000 polling rate. In practice, the polling rate hold up fairly well with average between 1400 and 1700 in my test, and near the advertised 2000 under ideal condition. However, the latency tells a different story. It was a bit weird. The wireless latency averaged around 20 to 25 ms, and for the wire latency, I was slightly better, but like 14 to 19 ms. For comparison, other controllers in the same price range achieve like 8 ms or less. While the polling rate is impressive, it doesn't translate into the kind of low latency experience you expect at this price point. For the stick behavior now, on the all effect stick, Beitong claimed a 0% dead zone, and in my testing this holds up true. Even the slightest stick movement register instantly, which is fantastic. However, I did notice a snapback lag issue. Even at 2000 Hz, the sticks felt over-processed with a slight delay when returning to the center. That said, the stick resolution is the most impressive aspect of this controller. It can register over 10,000 positions from center to edge, and the movement curve is smooth and precise. For analog sticks enthusiasts, this level of detail is a standout feature. For the button and the trigger, the mechanical ABXY buttons are a joy to use. They feel snappy with no post-click travel. Unfortunately, the same can be said for the shoulder button and back button, which have a spongier feel and excessive travel. The back button in particular are also quite loud, which can be distracting. As for the triggers, they're sensitive and responsive, but like a satisfying bottom out. Instead, there's a spongy pad at the end of the trigger pull, which feel less refined than it should. For the D-pad, it's decent but not exceptional. Its lack of central rocker make accidental diagonal input more common. For a controller aiming at precision, this is a letdown, especially compared to competition, again like the GameSir Tarantula Pro or the Cyclone 2, which offer a superior D-pad experience. During my testing, I spent a few hours gaming with the Beitong Asura 2 Pro Plus, playing titles like Forza Horizon 5, Dragon Quest 3 Remake, and Call of Duty Black Ops 6. The controller handled these games impressively well. In Forza 5, the precise stick resolution made steering feel smooth and responsive, while the zero dead zone ensured even the smallest adjustment register accurately. In Dragon Quest 3 Remake, the mechanical ABXY button had a satisfying click to each command. You really need to spam that A button in this game. And finally, Call of Duty, the fast polling rate and responsive trigger were great for rapid aiming and shooting. Overall, I enjoy gaming with this controller. It performs extremely well despite of some its quirks. Now let's look at the software, and after that I'm gonna give you my pros and cons and conclusion. So this is pretty much it for the software. So first of all, you have the configuration mode over there. You have the PC or the Nintendo Switch. If you want to change that, have a different profile, your battery. You also have a button test section that you can press whatever you need to do over there. So as you can see, it works well. What I recommend to do is go to the advanced settings, and first of all, basic. If you want to change the name of your controller, you can do that over there. The brightness of your LED over there, also the vibration, so you can hold LT or RT to feel the vibration, so you can change this over there. After that, for the button, you have the full button mapping, so you can change whatever you want to change over here. It's pretty cool, a lot of options. You also have the turbo that you can use over there. Now let's go to the joystick section. You have your joystick independently, so you can have like different customization depending on how you want to play. So for example, on the left stick, 0% for your dead zone, and after that you can change also your sensitivity curve, so you can do pretty much the same thing with the right stick. You have the somatosensory map that you can activate if you want. And the last one is some function that you can use. The first one is your sleep mode, so you can change the amount of minutes over there. Joystick calibration and trigger calibration that you can do. So as you can see, pretty basic app. Honestly, it's working well. It didn't crash or anything. You need to use the controller with a wire to see this. It doesn't work wirelessly. And also, I recommend to do the firmware update on your controller. I think I was at 1.0.2. So now I have the latest version over here. So this is pretty much it. Now let's go to my conclusion. So now with the pros, first of all, mechanical ABXY buttons, great tactile feedback with no post-click travel. Stunning design, the pearl white finish is unique and eye-catching. 0% dead zone, accurate and responsive stick input. High stick resolution, over 10,000 position from the center to edge, it's pretty crazy. And the last one is NearLink dongle storage, convenient compartment on the back of the controller. I have a lot of different controller with different dongle. I really like this feature. I'm always searching for my dongles, so this one is nice. For the cons, the latency issue, despite of the 2000 polling rate, latency is higher than competition. The D-pad design prone to accidental diagonal input. No trigger or back button lockout. Common feature in this price range are missing. If you're an FPS addict, honestly, the lock on the trigger is really important for a shooter. And the last one, the software concern, not available on trusted storefront, raising usability and security question. So, to conclude, the Beitong Asura 2 Pro Plus NearLink, sorry, a big long name, is a mixed bag. On one end, it's 0% dead zone and eye stick resolution are genuinely impressive. The mechanical buttons and unique design also stand out, but on the other end, it held back by latency issue and a lack of common feature like the trigger lock. For $90 Canadian, competition is tough, especially with alternative like the GameSir Cyclone 2. GameSir Tarantula Pro, or even the NYXI Master P1, which offer a better overall value and performance. That said, if you prioritize analog sticks precision above all else, this controller might be worth considering. Let me know your thought in the comments, and if you've tried this controller, share your experience below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace!